Hello, chats. Welcome on into the anniversary stream. What do you think of our new studio, huh? This isn't how you're used to seeing us. Welcome on in. There you go. Yay, hi, how was in chat? I'm glad you made it. But yeah, I'm super excited to have a bit of an upgrade. There you go. Fancy, hell yeah. It's good to see you all. Yep, moving on up in the world. Exactly, Starkiller, exactly. Significantly more investment and significantly more Elisabeth on stream. You got it, Oxide. You got it. But yeah, welcome to our anniversary stream, because as you all know, Payday 3 is 2 years old. Can you believe it's been 2 years of Payday 3? It feels surreal. So the plan is that today we are going to have a better look at the 2-year journey that we have taken. And I know there's going to be a lot of people who's like, where's the news? What's going on? What's the future like? We'll get to that, but not today. Today we're going to look back from start to here we are today. And then next week, October 2nd, you've probably seen it already, but if not, next week, we're going to bring in Jonas, our new general manager, and then we're going to talk Payday 3's future. But not today. So I apologize in advance for everyone who's gonna be like, offline mode when, Mask Mania when, like, what's going on? We're not gonna address that today. I'm so sorry. Yeah, day one players rise up. Show of hands. Who was here day one? Who's been here since day one? And who came in later? But yeah, no news today. So, just putting that out there right now. Twitch drop should also be live. I see someone asking on Twitch drop on Twitch side. They should be live, so hang out here for, trying to remember what the mask is, like 2 hours, and you'll get all of them. There we go. So many day one heisters. You love to see it. You love to see it. Day one pre-order at $39.99. Oh boy. Give us more Hoxton content, please. You don't have enough Hoxton? Beta day 2, says Higgy. God, a lot of early adopters. That is really cool to see, though. Yeah, thank you, Hawa. Hawa says, hope you're all looking forward to these streams. I have put a lot of effort into this. Oh, Xiao says came into Payday 3 kind of late, but he really enjoyed the late additions to the game. Awesome, thank you so much. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Day one, we got day one console heisters here too. Day one on Xbox. Been playing Payday 3 since launch. I love how far it's come. That is awesome. Thank you. But yeah, we are going to, like I said, do a bit of a retrospective. I even brought my book so I can remember all the talking points that I have prepared today. And as you can probably guess as well from the whole like setup, you know, I'm sitting here, there's an empty chair over there. It is going to be filled throughout the stream. So we have some guests, but again, we're not going to talk news today. Just so we're all clear. But yeah, I guess we start at the beginning, right? It's been 2 years since Payday 3 came out. Like, this is where we are today, but we used to be here. Like, this is a completely different vibe, isn't it? 4 heisters. Sadly, we don't have Joy and Pearl on this one, which is a bit sad. I always wanted all 6 of them to be in the original key art, but it's still cool. We had, you know, there's no sugarcoating it. It was a rough launch. We had a great early access. Everyone was happy. We had fun. Things were looking good. And then, do you remember the 21st night of September? Because I sure do. I remember being up late watching the player count just keep trickling down as our servers were slowly dying. Yeah, it's, yeah, chat was like, yeah, aware. I remember. Glad it's not just me. But yeah, it was rough. Like, there's no denying that. We've come far, though. Story time, yes, Siggy, yes. But yeah, we gotta fall to get back up, right, says Nixky. Correct. What is it Almir used to say? The only thing stronger than the setback is the comeback. That's what we're aiming for. That's still our goal here. Yeah, Payday 3 beta wave, 100%. But yeah, that's where we started. You know, everything was looking good. Game came out. It looked far less good very fast. So of course we had to start addressing that. but one of the first things that we did actually do for the game was to bring out the legacy heists. So we started, dropping fixes and new content. We focused on getting, trying to remember, it was Cook Off and Turbid Station. I keep thinking Turbid Station, Murky Station. No. Those came out pretty fast. That was, I believe, in November. So already at this point, it's been 2 months. It's been 2 months since the game came out. Yeah, Cook Off and Turbid Station. Thank you, Sajangle. And that was, it didn't help that much, did it? It was cool to get those heists back. This was also when we could reintroduce Locke as a contractor in Payday 3. But yeah, Legacy Heist was cool, but it didn't really fix it. Where's Shadow Raid? Maybe you should play Delivery Charge. But that's way further down on my list. We're not quite there yet. Someone asked, was the first thing the addition of Joy and Pearl, by the way? Oh, that was on launch. So they were in there from day one. So they were not added in the post-launch. Oil Rig, when? That would be cool. But yeah, no, Pearl and Joy were in there from the beginning. But then we went into Legacy Heist. And then Syntax Error came out. Our first paid DLC, ahead of launch. We promised that we were going to add 4 chapters within year 1. And this was the first one, Syntax Error, which brought in some new enemy types as well. This introduced a techie. The drone came in for the first time. How many people here remember the drone, the first encounter with the drone, when it would just immediately chew out your armor and then you were dead? Remember how busted the drones were on the release? Yeah, the price of Syntax Error too. That was another great choice that we made in the past. You got Payday 3 not long before Syntax. Yeah, so you might remember that being here then for that Joycey. So. And yeah, I see people commenting on my book. This is just my notebook. I've written down my notes. This is this is not a history book, it's just my notes. I can remember what I'm supposed to talk about today. And the order of things. Because I do sometimes trip out. Like, was it Legacy Heist first? Was it Syntax Error first? I don't remember. It's my death note, yeah. Looking very ominous, right? But yeah, Syntax Error came out with its own, additions. I think Techie, I really liked Techie personally. We luckily got to fine-tune those pesky drones as well. I still run the hacker perk quite a lot, hacking the drones. Yeah, IT lady is pretty cool, exactly. And yeah, I am pre-planning, exactly, Starkiller, exactly. But yeah, let's move on to the next one, because this one is quite exciting, and we can bring in our first guest for this already too. I feel like I'm rushing in this. But yeah, Boys in Blue came out. This was one of my highlights because I've been a Clover main since Payday 2. So I remember when I first got told that, yeah, Clover is going to be our first post-launch heister for Payday 3, I was pumped. I remember standing at Nico's desk, who was a trailer guy at the time, and I squealed. Like, I feel bad for his ears, but Clover mains, where are we? And yes, Roman, I do read chat. There might be some parts of the stream where I will not keep as close of an eye on it, but I will try to keep an eye on chat. But yeah, Boys in Blue came out, and I believe this is also when we introduced a new character to our live action. So are we ready for our first guest? Chat, are you ready? Come on, let's see it. Clover voice acting is amazing. I agree. This is, I like this setup. All right, bring him in. Hype. I see hype. Let's do it.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome on in, Robert Banks. It's a great pleasure to have you guesting in our studio today.
It looks fancy, I guess. It's not like our studio, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Amateur hours, some would call it, but it's fine.
We do our best.
Fine. Yeah.
We do our best over here, but
you're doing your best.
yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah, thank you so much for joining me here. But
Thank you.
There might be some people in chat who maybe don't know who you are, so let's start with an
sure?
introduction. I mean,
you want me to do an introduction? Me?
Yes.
All right, fine.
Please.
For the one person who doesn't know who I am, my name, Robert Banks. I am the host of Gateway Live, and I bring the American people the truth and purpose. That's me. And when I'm not doing the news, I'm just a regular guy. I like a beer during the summer, and a little bit of snow. If you know what I mean. If you know what I mean, guys. You guys know what I mean, right? You guys know what I mean. So yeah, what are we doing? What are we doing?
But yeah, maybe we could start with some questions. Chad, do you have any questions you want? Like, I have my questions prepared here, but Chad, do you have anything that you want to ask the Robert Banks, who's here in the studio right now? Sprin says, I'm sorry, Liz, for Starbreeze to trap you with Robert Banks temporarily in a pocket dimension.
Sorry?
That's...
Is this guy on crack or something? What the fuck's going on?
Yeah, that's...
These are your fans? That's insane.
Well, we got one question here. Are you going to be a playable character? Oh, how's the cameraman? Bend over. That's a good one.
Playable character? Fine. If they can make someone who instantly wins each heist, then fine. I'll be a playable character. That's the only realistic take on the Robert Banks heister. But I would never rob a bank. I just want to put that out there. That's disgusting. And whoever does it needs to be put down. That's just my humble opinion.
Okay.
Okay? You understand, people? Elisabeth, do you understand? Can I call you Beth?
Sure.
Can I call you Beth? Beth?
Sure.
I like Beth. Easier. It flows off the tongue, you know what I mean.
Yeah, we got another
Any
one.
more questions? Can you help me? I can't read this.
How is Mrs. Banks?
Well, I didn't come here to talk about my personal life, all right?
Yeah, no, that's
so please do not bring up my wife. Not again. Okay? Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Let's. While Chad is thinking about other things they can ask, I'll do one of my own question because
Go
your
ahead,
show,
go ahead.
The Gateway Live. I mean, it's one of the premier news programs in the world, really.
Thank
so,
you.
what would
Thank
you say is the key to your success?
The key to my success, Beth. Oh, that's such a good question. I get this asked a lot, and it's hard for me to answer this question because, you know, success to me, well, it's kind of like breathing, you know? I don't really think about success. It happens to me. I open my window in the morning and the sun shines on my face, and that's kind of like success. I didn't choose this life, you know? The successful life, it chose me. And it's like asking Leonardo da Vinci, how did you paint the Mona Lisa? You know, there's only one Mona Lisa. So, to me, the key to success, well, you know, get out there, people. Have a big smile on your face and be tenacious. Be tenacious. That is my first. That's the key to success. You have to be born with it, I guess.
Joyce's calling you the wisdom guru. That feels appropriate.
The wisdom guru. I've been told. Yeah, a lot of people have been calling me that. Yeah.
Yeah. And what would you say makes a good news anchor?
You know, again, that's a difficult question. You know, I like to use the word tenacious. You got to be tenacious. You got to really want the truth. You know what I mean? You got to you know, siphon through that liberal bullshit and really get to the core of it all, you know? To the core of the truth. And once you've found the core of the truth, it kind of becomes part of you. And the truth in you becomes one. And then, you know, truth just comes out of your mouth. Everything you say, but you know what the truth is in Latin?
I don't know.
It means to speak.
Uh-huh.
Truth means to speak. And when I speak, truth comes out. And truth, honestly, it's subjective in a way. And if someone tells you that what you're saying is not truth, then they're obviously lying, and you gotta attack and you gotta deny. And that's how you become a great news anchor. That and a great smile. And a rockin' body. That's how you become a great news anchor, people. That's how you do it.
Yeah. We got a highlighted message in chat. Blackmail wants to know, how much did Robert Banks make from insider trading during the Stockton Loaded event?
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah.
There's if you read that online, it means someone's been lying to you. That I didn't do any of that.
Yeah. All right, let's move on because
can we get that guy banned or something? Can we get him removed? Yeah.
Well, we'll sort that out.
Yeah, thank you.
You have in the past shown a disdain for the PAYDAY gang.
Yes, I have.
Compare them to communism, anarchy. Why have you made these statements?
Why I haven't made these statements, referring them, you know, when I see the PAYDAY gang, I kind of think of communism. You know, I think of anarchy, because what they do is so un-American, Beth. They represent everything that I am not. You know, they're greedy, they're violent, and frankly, they're ugly. All of these things I am not. And you know, where where they payday gang, they take, and I give. I give, Beth.
Mm-hmm.
I give back to the American people. I give them purpose. I give them truth. I give them hope. And that's why, let me paint a picture. I'm going to tell you why the payday gang and why I have such disdain for these people.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine an old woman. She's in her 70s, her 70s. She's retired, she's living her good life. She's living her good life. And she has a little dog, it's a Chihuahua, and today is bank day. She got to go to the bank. She got to do a withdrawal or a deposit. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, people. She's going to the bank. And after, she's going to meet up with her friend Sophie for a cup of coffee. She goes to the bank. There's a long queue because it's bank day.
Mm-hmm.
She stands in the queue, and what does she hear? Gunshots, people. Gunshots.
Oof.
She turns around, and what does she see? Yeah, she sees a bunch of clowns. Guns, masks, and what do? They shoot her dog to death. They shoot her. They kill it. There's dog guts everywhere. They're in her teeth, Beth. The blood is in this woman's teeth. Do you want to live in that world,
No.
Beth? No, you don't.
Definitely
Neither
not.
do I. And that's why I believe that the payday gang is a bunch of communists. Now, this story that I just told you, it's not real, but it could happen. Could it not?
Yeah.
Could happen, Beth.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm telling you, Beth?
Yeah, definitely.
Good. That's why. And the people agree with me.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, no, it looks like... No,
Yeah,
I
see,
can't
he's
believe
right.
it.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's
No,
what I'm
definitely.
talking about.
So, but...
Beth, I like you, Beth. Well, let me just ask you a little question, Beth. You,
Okay.
You don't happen to have a little...
Uh,
You know what I'm talking about? I want to go ski, Beth. You have any of that?
I
No?
think we might have to talk about
Not
that.
right
when, now? Not right now. Not right now.
Oh,
But
that's too bad.
I would
That's
like
too
to know
bad.
though, how would you deal with the payday gang problem? Because obviously they're still out there. They're still wreaking
They're
havoc.
still out there. Well, first of all, the NYPD and these so-called politicians that rule America, they're a joke. If I'd been the president, they would have been gone day one. And how would I deal with them? First of all, I would ban masks everywhere. Not even at Halloween. No more masks, people. That's the big problem here. You ban the masks, you're gonna see 3 ugly people without masks trying to rob whatever bank they're trying to rob, all right? So that's the first step. And I'd put them in Guantanamo Bay or one of those big prisons, and I'd waterboard them for until they die of old age, I believe. Yeah, that's what I would do, Beth. And
Yeah.
You can believe that. You can believe that.
That's quite serious. But yeah, I have.
Well, it's a serious problem.
Yeah,
It's a serious problem.
you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Serious problem.
But I have a couple more questions here for you.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm an open book, Beth. I'm an
yeah?
open book.
Perfect, because I would like to know, what is your opinion on the infamous crypto entrepreneur and CEO of Scry Digital, Andrew Kang? I mean, you two have had feuds on Twitter.
Well, you call it a feud.
Yes.
I pay no mind to the man.
Okay.
He seems to be obsessed with me. The man keeps talking about me, and honestly, I think the man wants to be me. He sees me on the television and he thinks, oh, what I would give to just be this man for one day. So instead of just realizing that he's a loser, he hates on me. And I didn't do nothing. This man, what are you trying to prove, Andrew Kang? Seek therapy. And you know what? I read this online and it's the truth. Apparently, he mixes Ozempic and cocaine and shoves it up his ass. That's the truth, people. And if you can't find it online, that's just the liberals trying to remove it. So those are the things that I feel about this Scry Digital loser, honestly. That's the thing, yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for being open and honest about this.
Right? That's what I do, the truth.
I do have one more question. I'm hoping that
Yeah,
you can be honest.
absolutely. I'm an
about.
open book.
Perfect, because the Sidwell Gazette, they recently posted an article about you with an image of you and Wall Street financier Goldstein. And he was recently accused of some pretty heinous crimes on his infamous island. So what's your response to this?
Well, this is not one of the questions I told you to ask me.
Yeah, no, but I thought the people should know.
Well,
I mean, open book, right?
yeah, of course. I barely know the guy. I went to
Well, that's we tried people. Yeah, open book, but those pages are stuck. I gave it my best shot, but I hope you enjoyed the short visit by our very own Robert Banks. But we should probably move on to our next topic, huh? Because I don't think we're ever gonna get a response to that last one. Banks for president. Really? After what I just mentioned? You want Banks for president? I cannot believe it. Yeah, it looks like Banks made a withdrawal. But yeah, we're gonna talk about our next one though, but I will have to bring in a guest, so we might have to take a brief break because I need to make sure that we're all ready. So, quick break time, but we'll be back very soon with our next guest. Alright, welcome back everyone. Sorry about the previous incident. But we're gonna move on now from Boys in Blue to Houston Breakout, and I've brought our next guest here with me to talk about some fun creative challenges we had for this chapter in particular. So maybe we should start with an introduction?
Yes, my name is Ivan. I work here for the last 4 years. I joined for Payday 3 pre-production. And yeah, I worked back then, was responsible mostly for the character work, especially like NPCs, heisters, masks, cosmetic costumes, and stuff like that. And yeah, essentially for that period, post-release, it was all the content work for DLC. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, with you starting with character art. For the people who have seen that influencer kit that we had with the Dallas figurine, shout outs to Ivan for helping me make that happen. It was thanks to his renders and stuff that we got that figurine made.
It was very accurate figurine.
It was really good. I'm really happy with it.
We still have one in the office.
Yeah, yeah, we do. But yeah, so the reason I brought you on today is because, you know, we're in Houston Breakout now, which introduced Houston. I mean, you can see him there with his mask. We had an interesting challenge around his face, basically. And do you want to talk through the story, maybe, of what happened here?
Yeah, exactly. We were trying to remember exactly what happened, but if I'll try to reconstruct it again, we had a previous DLC, Boys in Blue, released with Clover as a new heister, and obviously we have planned a second heister to go with a heist as well, and all of the heisters but Clover, they were made to have a face resemble any likeness. That was the direction for that Payday took.
Yeah,
and
because
then,
they were supposed to be like their own people and not,
yeah, exactly.
an actor.
Yeah,
or...
exactly, not an actor. But for Clover, we went with the same actress that was representing Clover in Payday 2 as well. And when we started working, we obviously have like a strict deadline when we have to have every single thing done. If you see online, when people ship the game, for example, they celebrate like, oh, the game has gone gold, but there's still period until you get to play the game, right?
Yeah.
So the same way how we work on the content on the DLC as well, we have to have it ready ahead of time, because there's then testing period, certification, and stuff like that. So with Houston, we needed him to be done by the time the heist was done as well, but we didn't get a contract done with Derek. The actor from a web series that portrayed Houston back in the web series.
Yeah.
And so the challenge was like, how do we deliver his face? And essentially, that helped us a lot, right? Because you mentioned it today when we were discussing it. Because during playtests, a lot of people said like, Houston is a heister. Like when we save him from the jail, or like like
because I think I kind of ruined it for people with that one, because the first time I playtested this heist, Houston was still very early stages, and he was running around as your average NPC. So I was asking my teammates at the time, why can I not just throw a gun to him? Because he's a heister, he knows how to handle a gun. Why can he not help us? And then everyone was like, that's a good question. Why can he not do that?
Yeah, but
and then you got an extra problem on your hands.
Yeah, exactly. That's always a limitation, right? Like people think like, oh, it's very straightforward, and but that would be like a special feature that we have to work on. And we decided to just justify the fact that he cannot pick up a gun. If anyone inspected his model quite close, he has both of his hands and fingers broken. Like he has casts, so he cannot hold the gun. And that helped us that we could also put like a restraint mask on him, and that would hide his identity. Yeah, and essentially that's what we went with. And since we did the mask for the NPC character, we also made it as a special, like a free cosmetic as well. Eventually, when we released the heister, we included the mask, and yeah, that's what we went with. But yeah, eventually we got the contract for likeness with Derek, and we actually worked the model. Anyone who's interested, well, I think people noticed that. Like there was a lot of praise of matching the likeness very well.
Yeah, Gidget says Houston got put in the naughty boy mask. Might be a good time to see it. Maybe, Chad, do you have any questions for Ivan? Something related to art, character art, or like art in
I
general?
see some
Payday 3?
messages in Russian.
I mean, if you see anything you want to read out, by all means.
Well, the one that we see at the bottom, it says like, what do you think about the new skill system? But I have to say, I have not been working on the project for the last like 7-8 months, so I didn't play the skill system yet. Yeah.
That's fine. We'll talk a lot more about Skills 2.0 later. Yeah. That's not really what we're here to talk about.
Yeah, there's a question, what do I do at Starbreeze? So that's something that I started in the beginning. I am currently the art producer here. So I started as outsource manager and managing all the content for character art. And through a live service of first year, I was both involved as a producer for a heist, what we call a heist team, and the content team. So I was responsible for all the guns that we got, all the skins that we got, all the heists that we got in year one. Actually, like the last one that I worked on was the delivery charge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, you've been involved all the way up until the end now then. Yeah. Who's your favorite heister is a question from Joycey.
Honestly, for a long time I was playing as Wolf.
Yeah?
Just because he has my body type in Payday 3. But eventually, obviously, I switched to Jacket because his voice lines are the best. Yeah,
the voice box is such well done on that one.
Oh yeah, Wolf also has my haircut as well.
Oh, nice. Oh yeah. Yeah, we got another question. What has been your favorite project to work on so far for Payday 3? If there's any particular character, any particular model?
I would say actually this DLC is probably my favorite. I think this one was extremely challenging in terms of like people don't really know Swedish traditions about the vacations and
Oh, yeah.
summertime.
Yeah,
There was that, for example, that you get less time, development time, but the ambitions were great, and I think we did a very good job. Well, the big props obviously to the team and especially Andy in level design, that like the complexity of this level, a lot of ins and outs, and the flow between the stealth and the loud switches, because you could trigger loud at any point, right? Like, and it's very challenging in this heist specifically when you have a hostage as well to like to dictate his behavior when something goes differently. So that was
Yeah, for sure. There's someone else asking, what are you proud of while working on Houston's Breakout? I guess potentially we already touched on it, but
yeah, I think that was in general. Well, on top of that as well, Boys in Blue was great, right? Like with all the memes and everything on the internet.
Shout out to Mario in a top ad for the memes.
True. It was hilarious. We all wanted to show what we're working on, and I don't know how much we're allowed to say. But let's say that slipped, right? Like, but a lot of things were done by the time that the release of Boys in Blue was supposed to happen, right? But obviously the priorities shifted to also deliver some of the Operation Medic big milestones. Yeah. So that release was supposed to be delayed. I think it was delayed as much as we could, in order to also fit all the other releases till the end of the year. Yeah. It was challenging. At the same time, we really wanted to show the players, like, this is what we were working on. And then when we showed and everybody liked it, it was great, like a motivation for the team also after, like the shaky launch with the server issues and stuff like that. Obviously, so people needed positive feedback.
Yeah. Got another person asking, what is your favorite track?
Oh, yeah, I would say, I would say I know all the internal names. The Touch the Sky, that's the one? Yeah, that one is very good. Yeah,
it's a good choice.
Yeah.
I think we can maybe leave it at one last one, but I saw N Beyond in chat asked, off topic, but have you finished Night Rain yet?
No. No.
Fair enough. But yeah, thank you so much. Is there any last message maybe you have for chat before, we say goodbye?
Play more PD3.
There you go, nice and easy.
That's a great game. I like it. I played, obviously, I don't want to share my work account numbers, but it's beyond 2,000 hours, but I played on my own as well, around like 100 something hours. Obviously just played through the content, but yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, chat was also saying thank you for your work. Alright. I am gonna get ready to bring in our best snacks. Oh, Ambient says bye. They say bye. Thank you so much, everyone. I do appreciate that. But yeah, so we're gonna be moving on now to after Houston Breakout. We of course had our next DLC, Fear and Greed. And I do have a special guest for this one, not Almir. I'm so sorry. But I'm probably gonna step away real quick to grab our next guest as well. So, see you in a bit. All right, welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for bearing with us on these breaks, but we are now here to talk about Fear and Greed. We've made some progress, we're all the way up to Chapter 4 of Year 1 of Payday 3, and I brought another guest to talk about something very cool that we did for this, but let's start with an introduction. Who are you?
My name is Oscar. Pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me. I'm not used to being in front of the camera.
Yeah, you're usually in the back
in
there.
the background. I'm the creative director for global marketing here at Starbreeze.
Yeah.
Been here for 3.5 years.
Awesome, thank you. And the reason that I asked if you could join me today is because Fear and Greed, we did a bit of a community event we called Stocked and Loaded. I would love to see some chat. Do you remember Stocked and Loaded? How many of you participated? And they're saying hi and welcome to you as well.
Yeah, I can see that. Hey, chat. Thank you for the warm welcome.
But yeah, I would like to hear from you. Like, how was it to, come up with the ideas for this, event? Like, how does it change throughout? Like, what was the process like? Is there anything that stood out to you? Any fun stories maybe from working on...
I think our strategy in general is try not to be too markety, but lean in more into entertainment.
Yeah.
And I really love when we make initiatives that are more interactive. And I really hope that we can do more of them, where we kind of blur the lines between the game and the outside world. When you're playing the game as a heister, you're so focused on the objective, the heist, and you just like a tornado go through the map. Yeah. But the world around and the universe of Payday is such a wonderful and big world, but it doesn't get a lot of attention.
No, that's true.
Through our marketing channels, we have an opportunity to shed some light into the different corners of the Payday world. So that's basically what we did here. We gave the community and our fans an opportunity to trade in-game companies on this stock platform. And it was a lot of fun to build it. It was quite the complex algorithm where we had random movements of the different stock graphs. But they were also connected to, I think it was 70 plus different articles.
Because we built it in with the Gateway Live. We had news articles coming out that, if people were really connected to the news, they could potentially predict some movements that was going to happen to the stock market.
Exactly. Yeah. And it felt like a really nice and obvious integration with the DLC, because everyone who were actually a part of the initiative, they know that if you held your stocks at the time of the DLC drop, when Wall Street was being heisted, you lost all your money. Yeah. And it upset a lot of people, just like the real world when the stock market tanks. Yeah. But that is a very nice integration between our outside initiatives and the game itself. And I really hope that we can continue bringing very entertaining and fun, I don't want to call it marketing pieces necessarily, but more engagement pieces, I'd say. Yeah. We've done a few now, and I really hope that for our next year that we will be able to do a lot more. Yeah. And we saw an enormous engagement, over 11,000 registered traders, over 250,000 trades. So just seeing the immense engagement around this was just wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love to hear from chat. How many people in chat played stock or traded stocks, I guess, during Stocked and Loaded? It's a lot of, different names of fear and greed going on in chat. Yeah, I think this might be a question for in-game, but Naderhater is asking how was working with the lights on Fear and Greed, but just to clarify, you don't do anything like in-game, right? It's marketing around the game, outside of the game, so. Yeah. Maybe we can find someone else to answer the light question for another time.
Exactly. Sometimes it's better just to heist the bank instead of investing in the company, so.
Yeah. Meow says, I lost everything, so exactly. Gambled all my money there.
There you go.
Lost as much as Robert Banks, or that's... I didn't, failed miserably. Well, it was, a lot of you at least gave it a try. Yeah. Dumped $20,000 in Dallas coin.
Perfect. Yeah, no, we saw a lot of engagement, and
Yeah.
hopefully we can recreate other experiences in the future.
Yeah,
That is equally as fun and interactive.
that would be great. Yes, I don't know, Chad. Do you have any questions you would like ask Oscar? Like, I guess we can talk about some random game things in the meantime. Like, do you play Payday 3 yourself? Do you have a favorite heister, favorite mission?
Well, I always play Chains.
Yeah.
I think that I try to be more of the tankier player. My favorite heist is Diamond District because it just suits my playstyle. I consider myself to be a fantastic aimer, so I usually go loud and just pop some melons.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's what I do.
That's a good approach. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's see. Oh yeah, Chains is amazing. You got Chains fans popping up in chat.
There you go.
Regret missing out on the trading. Yeah, that's something that happened. That is the best approach. You got the loud enjoyers in here too.
Yeah.
So
Just steamroll it.
yeah.
Guns blazing.
Yeah, exactly. Pickle Man is the goat. But yeah, I think that looks like the questions that we really have. So I guess we can move on to the next one. But thank you so much for joining me and taking the time out of your very busy day to come and sit and talk to us for a
Thank
few
you for
minutes.
having me.
So, but yeah,
Alright.
that means we're gonna move on. But thank you so much for sticking with us so far. We're basically done with year 1 now, which is kind of crazy. We're gonna be moving on to year 2. Because yeah, after Fear and Greed came out, which was really cool, we had this is a huge moment for the game right here. When First World Bank came out. We've talked about Legacy Heist earlier, but First World Bank came out, which is, you know, hugely iconic map all the way from back in Payday the Heist. It was really fun. If you want to learn more about First World Bank, I do recommend going to our YouTube channel. We have a documentary with Ilya because Lion Game Lion stepped in here, helped us out. They've been helping out with some of the other Legacy Heists as well. But I do recommend checking that out. Yeah, the soundtrack of First World Bank is really good as well. 100% agree. Everyone's, yeah, I knew it was going to come. When Overdrill. There it is, the secret when. Soon TM. Soon TM. But yeah, it's no secret yet. But, you know, we're aware that people want to see the secret come back as well. We had the secret in Payday the Heist. We had the secret in Payday 2. Not yet in Payday 3. Yeah, the bank, which isn't the first in the world. Exactly. God, there's so many overdrills. God, I lost completely my train of thought there. I do apologize. But yeah, I do recommend going to YouTube to check out those documentaries. First World Bank was really cool. I got to have a role in this as well, in the trailer. I didn't mention this earlier, but I got to have a small role in the Boys in Blue because I had to be involved when my gal Clover was coming back. And then I also got to play the receptionist here with Luke when we were working on the trailer, which was really cool. There's some Easter eggs around there as well that I really like, so... But yeah, First World Bank was really cool, but I think, I'm just looking at our time. Okay, we have 15 minutes left. I think we should move on to our next one, because after First World Bank, we had another fan favorite coming out, which was Jacket Character Pack. Like, any Jacket fans in chat? Yeah, I see Jacket. There we go, any Chicken Man enjoyers? But yeah, so this is now, we're up to this year now. Still year 2, but this year, Jacket Character Pack brought his bat back as a new overkill weapon. God, all the Jacket love, you love to see it. But we did something really cool, I think, for the marketing of Jacket, and that is that we made a small little mini game. Anyone remember Don't Be a Hero? But I've invited the developer himself from Don't Be a Hero to come join me. So one more guest, everyone. Hello.
What a nice studio you have. This is the first time I've ever seen it.
Yeah, it's really cool, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's so cool to actually have you join me here.
Yeah.
Thank you. But yeah, there we go. We have Vincent. Maybe you should start with an introduction for people who don't know you who are.
Yeah. The only thing I do at Starbiz is that I'm a graphic designer in marketing, and that's the only thing I do.
Well, the only thing, yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
That's
People say
me.
you look familiar. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, I don't
weird.
know either. It's weird that they would say that.
Yeah, but you're a graphic designer, right? But
Yeah.
on top of that, you made Don't Be a Hero.
I did. I created it. I've been making games since I was a kid.
Yeah.
And we had like we came back from vacations last year. It was around this time, I believe.
Yeah.
And I've been making a lot of games since I was a wee lad, as you say.
Yeah.
So I pitched, hey, now that we're making, and I'm also a huge fan of Hotline Miami.
Great.
And like I
games.
said in the stream with Almir way back when, rest in peace to that guy. I actually hung out with Jonathan when I was still living in Gothenburg, which is the second largest city where I am from, and Oscar, who was just sitting here and is right behind the camera right now, looking menacingly at me.
Don't say anything stupid.
No, I would never do that. And so when I heard that we were gonna do Jacket again, I was like, I have, game development skills. Let's make a little something that reminds us of the game. And the first idea was just to make like a top-down shooter, like Hotline Miami, but with the bankers. But then I think it was in a conversation at our desks, and it's like, oh, what if we just flip the script and you play as the one of the civilians instead? And so Milton was born. And the idea of having like a stealth game where you have to escape the Payday gang and be afraid of them was really funny. So we did that, and I showed it to Dennis, who is half of Denaton, and he was like, yeah, really cool. He was like, do whatever you want. And it was a great time. I loved it. It's my favorite project that I've ever done at Starbreeze. And it was really funny. I also mentioned this when I talked to Almir, and it was really funny because I started working on it, and I had some problems with pathfinding, how the characters were gonna walk around in the level. And then during the development of the game, I looked like a mini documentary. You can find it on YouTube. How they made Hotline Miami, and apparently he started making it, but he shelved it because he had problem with pathfinding.
Okay.
And then I had the same problem, so it was kind of history repeating itself.
Yeah.
And then I met him after I made the game, and I talked about the pathfinding. He was like, "Oh yeah, the pathfinding. Oh, you're bringing up terrible
scars."
Yeah, exactly." So it was really nice that I kind of had to go through the same process that he did. It was so it was a lot of fun, and I loved it. It was really great to make the game, and I really love that so many people liked it too. And
how many people in chat have played Don't Be a Hero? I mean, it's still up for being played, right?
Yeah,
I think
you can
it's still
still
on a
play
website. So if you have missed out, if this is your first time hearing about Don't Be a Hero somehow, like, you can go play it right now. It's really cool.
You can have it on a second screen and play it and think about me when you're playing it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Don't Be a Hero is the best. It's so difficult, but I still love it.
Nice. Yeah, I wanted it to be difficult. The original game is difficult.
I was going to say, Hotline Miami is a difficult game too, right? So, it tracks that
Absolutely.
it's not
and I wanted to
easy.
capture that thing.
Oh, you have one. I was in the top 5.
Really?
There you go.
Nice.
Very
I saw
impressive.
some of the scores and I was blown away.
Yeah.
I was like, how the hell did they do this? And then I saw, and if you can also like filter the scores on time. There's some people who like beat it in seconds. I was like, how did they do that? Maybe they found a bug or something, but I was really blown away on how they did it.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Yeah, Hot Rod Fiend says it was great. Didn't realize it was still up. You'll have to go back to it. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Oh, Sakura says, can we have Don't Be a Hero on Steam? Wouldn't that be cool?
Maybe.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Maybe. I'm not gonna say anything, but maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, it was a great thing to work on. And I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Jacket is so amazing.
He really is.
He
And
is
I love this key art too.
Exactly. You asked Oscar what his favorite heister is. Mine is, obviously.
Yeah?
It has to be. It has to be.
Yeah, it has to be, definitely.
It's that or Clover, actually.
Clover,
Yeah,
that's the choice.
Yeah.
That's the one I support.
Exactly. So
Why do you keep talking about Mr. Banks? I don't get it. This is
Yeah, it's so weird. Who is that guy?
Yeah, maybe we should figure out who that is. Oh,
Yeah.
Momin says I'm still in the top 30. Damn, that's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. Do you have any messages maybe you want to tell chat? I'm noticing we're getting slightly close on time, so.
Yeah.
Anything you want people to know?
Stay tuned for Don't Be Hero stuff.
No.
And just fucking be awesome.
That's a.
What's that thing that we always say? Keep the helmets flying.
Keep the helmets flying. Yeah, that's an old G one from Payday 2 days.
So that's something I would want to give back to the people, and it's great that you guys really vibe with the things that we do.
Yeah.
It makes our day so much more fun.
So much
We
joy
do
when
it
we
for
can
you
read
guys.
comments and
Yeah, we do it for you guys. We really want to make something memorable and fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're gonna try to keep that mentality and vibe going forward.
Yeah.
I hope.
I saw one weird question. Starbreeze Hawa asked, "Do you like snow?"
If I like snow,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not that big of a winter guy personally. I
Yeah.
prefer the summer, but yeah.
Yeah. No,
I don't know why she would ask me that.
Yeah.
That's weird.
So random.
Weird question
Um,
to ask. You know what I mean? Weird.
Yeah, I guess moving on, but thank you so much again for joining
Thank
me. It was
you.
great having you here.
And it was great being here. The first time I've ever been here.
yeah,
That
I
was
mean,
really-
to the new studio for the first time.
Yeah.
Like, so cool. Thank you.
All right, bye guys. Hello.
All right, but yeah, so with Jacket out of the way, we are getting now very, very close to the end. We're close to the hour as well. Thank you so much for being a good sport chat and bearing with us, but we're getting quite close to where we are today. We have Party Powder, came out shortly after. I remember before this one we had Andreas on the stream talking about like what we were trying to do. This is where we kind of started to shift our vision a bit and how we create the heist. If you haven't watched it, I definitely do recommend going back to watching that stream with me and Andreas talking about this heist. It was really great. Now people are saying this stream is amazing. Thank you. I'm glad people are enjoying it. Andreas still works at Starbreeze, yes. I hope to bring him on soon, but he's not here today specifically. But soon TM. And yeah, Pop mentioned something very important. Party Powder. But not only did we add the heist, this is also an Armor 2.0 came out. And Armor 2.0 was a huge turning point for a lot of people, I feel like. Ever since launch, the Armor in Payday 3 got a lot of criticism, and, you know, rightfully so. Like, didn't work for everyone's playstyle, wasn't quite where we wanted it to be. Armor 2.0 came out with Party Powder. And I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, yay, Armor 2.0, exactly. And someone has done a highlighted mission. Do I like Houston? Yeah, Houston's pretty cool. I have to, because of Shami though, I have to flip him off every time I see him, but I think Houston's pretty cool. But yeah, Party Powder OSC as well. But I mean, someone saying Party Powder OSC is a banger. My problem is every heist we've had up on the screen today has a banger OST. I can't pick just one favorite because every time I listen to a different one, they're also my favorite. Gustavo just keeps cooking. But yeah, Party Powder, you know, we're turning around it a little bit, and then we go into Delivery Charge, which is our latest heist. Last heist of year 2. We're almost at the end of year 2 here, and yes, Gustavo never misses, 100%. Yeah, I did accidentally skip Diamond District. I did realize that afterwards, so apologies for the Diamond District fans, but we love the Legacy heist as well. But Delivery Charge, out now. Please play it if you haven't yet. It's really cool. We've done some really cool things. A lot of people are comparing this to Shadow Raid. And yeah, I see it. Shadow Raid is one of my favorite heists from Payday 2, so if you like that sort of still, this one you can do stealth and loud. It's really cool. A lot of randomizations. We talked about this on the stream before as well, but really cool. I do recommend that you play it. How are we on time? Okay, I'm almost there. You can pet the ducks, indeed, in Delivery Charge. So buy it now if you haven't yet. What is the weapon Chains is using? Well, maybe that's something we can talk about soon. But yeah, we have now walked through every chapter, every DLC that we released for Payday 3 up to year 2. So we're now back, year 2 anniversary. This is where we are today. We've done a lot of cool things. And you know, this week, next week, we're still gonna be celebrating. I'm not sure if it's live yet, but if it's not, you know, there's gonna be some things to watch out for Steam in case you haven't bought anything yet and you want to get a deal. Stay tuned on Steam. I know people have mentioned it as well, Payday 2 subscriptions. Yes, it's an option now. The price has been fixed. That was not supposed to happen. But we do want it as an extra option for people who maybe don't want to, especially new players, maybe you don't really know where to get in. You can get a sub for a month or two. Check it out. What do you like? Which pack works best for you? Okay, now you make the purchase. Now you own it. We're not going to remove the ability to own Payday 2. So, just putting that out there. Joke's on you because I already own the Infamous Collection. Good. That's the way it should be. But yeah, that's really where we are. We're almost at a time. Again, thank you so much for joining me on stream today. I hope you enjoyed this brief walk, bit of a memory lane thing again. We talked through where we are, where we started, and I know people are going to be asking about the future. I've seen some questions in there, you know, roadmaps, offline mode, other things. In a week from now, the 2nd of October, next week, I will place Jonas right there in this chair, and he is going to talk about Payday 3's future with us. So now, we've looked at the past, we've looked at today. Next week, you better tune in, because then we're going to talk future. And that's the one that I know a lot of people want to know more about, which is why I'm not talking about it today. Next week, there is a future for this game. I see where you're saying, Monkey. There is, we're going to talk about it next week. Alright? You should let us vote on 3 questions to ask. You know, we're probably going to at least try to take some chat questions next week when you have Jonas there. We have a good setup now. We have this big TV screen. So, you know, when he's sitting here, he can see what you're saying. So you better behave, okay? Just putting that out there. Will I give us a highlight video of the discussion of the future, since it's hard to make time for a 2-hour stream? We're probably not going to go for 2 hours next week, but yes, we'll definitely make sure the information is accessible. So, that is it. It is 4 p.m. I've taken up an hour of your time. Thank you so much for joining me. This is going to be the end. I hope you like the new streaming studio. And again, next week, 2nd of October, 3 p.m. CEST. I hope to see you there. Have a great